What's up, Tech Gang? Stefan here from TechRight. Today we're going to be comparing the Galaxy A51 5G to the new Galaxy S20 Fan Edition 5G. Stay tuned. Alright everyone, hope you guys are having a great day today. Hopefully everyone is safe out there. We have the Galaxy S20 FE on the right side and we have the Galaxy A51 5G on the left side. Now both these phones are pretty similar. The specifications are definitely going to vary as you guys see in this video. Yeah guys, these phones are only about $100 apart. The FE is going to be actually only $599 on Amazon.com right now. So if you guys want to pick up that phone, I'll leave a link in the description as well as the top comment down below. And the Galaxy A51 5G is only $500 as well on Amazon, so I'll leave a link down below for you guys as well. Now we're going to get straight into the specifications of these devices. We're also going to run a benchmark and I'm going to talk about a few other things as far as my experiences go. But let's go ahead and start this off. Alright everyone, so first and foremost, both these devices are going to have a 6.5 inch display. Both are going to be 2400 by 1080p. Both are actually going to be 405 ppi and both are actually going to have a Super AMOLED display. So the displays are very similar in that respect. As far as the screen to body ratio goes, the Galaxy A51 5G actually has a little bit better of a screen to body ratio at 87.37% compared to the FE S20 at only 85.79%. So not too much of a difference, but these screens are very similar. Also, both these displays are going to have Corning Gorilla Glass 3. I don't know why they didn't use 5 or 6 on the FE, but that's pretty much the only downfall on the FE. Other than that, I think it's a spectacular phone. Also, the Galaxy A51 5G does not have 120 hertz refresh rate and only has 60. So the Fan Edition S20 definitely wins in that respect. The 120 hertz display looks absolutely beautiful, and I definitely think that's one of my favorite parts about the phone, to be quite honest. Now, moving into the hardware, the Galaxy A51 5G is going to have the Exynos 980, and obviously the Fan Edition S20 is going to have the Snapdragon 865. This is pretty much the most powerful processor we have right now. So very powerful processor. This is a flagship phone as far as the specifications go. The processor on the Galaxy A51 is going to be an octa-core 22 megahertz ARM Cortex A77 and ARM Cortex A55. Now, as for the processor on the S20, we're going to have an octa-core 2840 megahertz Cairo 585. And as far as the GPUs go, we're going to have a Mali G76 MP5 GPU on the Galaxy A51. And we're going to have an Adreno 650 on the Galaxy S20 FE. As far as the RAM goes, we're going to have 6 gigabytes of RAM on the Galaxy A51 5G, and we're going to have 8 gigabytes on the new S20 Fan Edition. Both these devices are going to have 128 gigabytes of internal storage, and both you can expand via micro SD card up to 1000 gigabytes. We're also going to have Android 10.0, Samsung One UI on both these devices, and I'm pretty sure we're going to have updates to come for these devices. Samsung has been doing a really good job about giving these devices software updates, so I'm pretty sure these are going to be covered for quite a while. Also, both these devices are 4500 milliamps, and the funny thing about both these devices is they are 25 watt compatible. So if you guys want to go ahead and quick charge your device, we do have 25 watt fast charging on both these devices, so that's really nice to see. Now, as far as the charging features go, the S20 FE has way more features. We have quick charge 2.0, USB power delivery. We have Samsung adaptive fast charge. We have Qi wireless charging. We have reverse wireless charging, when the Galaxy A51 5G only has fast charging. So definitely keep that in mind. When you're going up $100, you're getting way more things in the S20 FE. So I'm really liking the FE so far. Now, as far as the cameras go on these devices, obviously we have the A51 on the left and we have the S20 FE on the right. For the S20, we have a 12 megapixel main camera, and it's going to be a triple camera setup. So the first camera is going to be 12 megapixel OIS and PDAF camera. The secondary camera is going to be a telephoto OIS PDAF camera that's going to be 8 megapixels, and our third camera is going to be a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera. Now, going on to the Galaxy A51 5G, our main camera is going to be 48 megapixels PDAF. Our secondary camera is going to be a 12 megapixel ultra wide. Our third camera is going to be a 5 megapixel macro, and our fourth camera is going to be a 5 megapixel depth information camera. So that is a quad camera setup on the Galaxy A51 5G compared to the S20 FE. Now, as far as the quality goes, in my personal experience, I feel like the S20 FE absolutely blows the A51 5G out of the water. I just feel like in general it has better sensors and it has better quality and optimization on the FE. So I'm really liking both cameras, but I have to go with the S20 FE. Even though the megapixels aren't as high, the sensors are way better and the optimization is better as well. Also, as far as video recording goes, we can shoot at 4K and 60 frames per second on the S20 FE. So it just has higher resolutions in general. We can still shoot in 4K on the Galaxy A51 5G, but we can only shoot that in 30 frames per second. But we can shoot 1080p, Full HD in 120 frames per second, and 720p and 480 FPS. So still a really good camera in the Galaxy A51 5G with a lot of features, especially for video recording, but I feel like the quality is much better on the S20 FE. Now, as far as the materials used on these devices, I definitely feel like the Galaxy FE S20 is way better. It feels better in general. It doesn't have all plastic, so it does have a plastic back. We have a frosted plastic back, or polycarbonate if you want to say that, and we have an aluminum frame around this device. Now on the Galaxy A51 5G, we only have a plastic back and a plastic frame, so it feels a little less expensive. It still feels like it has some sort of premium feel to it, but I feel like the S20 FE just absolutely kills that. And the colors that they put on these devices are so cool. I love this cloud lavender color. The only color that we have for the A51 5G so far, I believe, is this black one. Still looks pretty cool, but I just hate how I leave so many fingerprints on it. I know that's not a huge deal to most people, but in my opinion, I don't really like that. I love this frosted black back. Definitely reminds me of the Pixel 4. Really enjoyed that device, but this device just feels more premium in general. But really like the feel of both devices, but I still like the FE a little bit better. Also, as far as the security goes, both these devices have fingerprint sensors, and they're both very accurate and very quick. These devices, I believe, both have face unlock as well. I know the A51 5G has it for sure, so the S20 definitely has to have it as well. But yeah, let's go into the Geekbench scores and look at some of the benchmarks we've taken on both these devices. But so far, I've really liked both these devices. I don't have anything against the A51 5G. I just feel like for $100 more, it's kind of a no-brainer to go for the S20 FE. But let's go ahead and look at the benchmark scores real quick. All right, everyone, so getting into the benchmark scores right here, we have a single core score of 675 in the Galaxy A51 5G, and we have a single core score of 892 on the S20 Fan Edition. So these scores are pretty close to each other, to be quite honest. 675 is definitely a really good score on the A51 5G in that respect. But going on to the multi-core scores, where we see the biggest difference, we see about 1,000-point difference between both these devices, which is pretty big. So we have a multi-core score of 1846 on the A51 5G, and we have a multi-core score of 3171 on the Fan Edition S20. Now, as far as the Galaxy A51 5G goes, we got a score of 675, so we're going to find ourselves at pretty much the Xiaomi Mi 9 and the Xiaomi Mi 9T Pro. So I feel like that's a very good place for the A51 5G. Definitely a respectable score. And on the S20 Fan Edition, it blows everything out of the water. So as you guys see right here, we have the Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 Plus on the OnePlus 7T, and that can't even get close to the Galaxy S20 Fan Edition. As you guys see, we have a score of 892, just absolutely blows the OnePlus 7T out of the water as far as that goes. And going on to the multi-core score, our score of 1846 on the A51G, we can put that in between the OnePlus 6 and the Xiaomi Pocophone F1. So again, another fair score. And this just blows everything out of the water. As you guys can see, it kills it. The top score right here is 2679, and we killed it with the S20 FE with 3171. So you guys see just how much power the Fan Edition S20 has with that Snapdragon 865 in it. Just amazing job with this phone, honestly. Like for $600, this phone is an absolute gem. Yeah, guys, tell me what you think in the comment section down below. Honestly, I feel like the Galaxy S20 FE is definitely a better buy. If you guys are gonna get the A51 5G, I would honestly just go and spend the extra $100 to get the S20 FE. It is a much better phone, as you guys see right there. 120 hertz screen. We have 8 gigabytes of RAM. We have the Snapdragon 865. We have amazing cameras that are capable of shooting in 4K at 60 frames per second that just look beautiful. We're gonna go more into detail on both these phones later on, but I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please leave a like down below, as well as subscribing if you're not a part of the Tech Gang already. Also hit the notification bell if you guys want to be notified every time I upload a new video. This has been Safon from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.